Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video, I hope to talk about the path forward for my future videos and being more transparent in my portfolio. I also hope to get more personal with you guys and more flexible in the videos that I create. Previously, my videos are all about Singapore dividend stocks such as the Singapore banks and the REITs. However, behind the scenes, I actually have done much more readings and investing in the US market since 2021. What I noticed about US listed companies is that their earnings growth have been doing much better as compared to most of the companies in Singapore. The difference is that they do not give dividends due to the dividend taxes, but in terms of capital gains, we are able to sell them without being taxed by the US government. Moreover, they have companies that have strong business moats, which means they dominate in certain categories of business globally, such as Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and Apple. Ever since the AI boom, I have been very optimistic and heavily invested into the Max 7 and AI related companies. My current investment thesis is that with the AI booming, companies such as chip makers, cloud providers, and companies investing in AI will do well in the future. So far, if you have been following closely, cloud providers of Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Alibaba, and Oracle are expanding aggressively in their data centers due to the high demands for cloud spaces. Now, before I show my portfolio, let me give you a bit background of myself. I was fortunate enough that my mom introduced me to investing back when I was just 18 years old, with my first stock being City Spring Trust. This means that I am in the market for about 12 years as I'm currently 30 years old. From there, I was able to experience money working for me through the dividends I received. However, at that point in time, it was not significant as I did not have much cash, so the dividends did not really make much of an impact. I only got more serious in investing when I was serving my national service, which is compulsory for all Singaporeans. It came to my mind that no matter what industry that you are working in, if you want to retire, you must learn how to invest as is an essential skill that can bring you to financial freedom. At the age of 20 in 2015, the market crashed due to the military intervention in Syrian war. That was the time I started buying in REITs as their dividends were quite attractive at that point in time. From there, I have bought lots of REITs and received dividends through the years, including my university school life. However, looking back, I feel that the return was not much because the REITs prices did not increase that much while receiving the dividends. The turning point came in 2020 post-COVID. I realized that the low interest rate environment was coming to an end with monies being printed by governments around the world. This led to higher and higher inflation datas, and with that, I decided to sell off most of my REIT portfolio before the interest rate kicked in. At that point, I realized that investing in US companies is required because the quality of the companies there are very good. Moreover, at a young age, I was able to afford to wait for my investments to grow for the long term. The returns over the years in the US market was way higher than most of the stocks globally. I bought into Singapore banks and the US companies during the 2021, but was unfortunately on the higher side on the US market. During this period of time, I have bought and sold a few stocks, but mostly doing the buyings and holding them for the long term. I'm not comfortable sharing my portfolio quantity, but I can show my percentage to elaborate on my current thesis in my investing. Feel free to share in the comments below on your respective investment philosophies as well. Currently, I have a dividend and growth stocks. My dividend stocks are currently only the Singapore banks, which are DBS, OCBC, and UOB, with DBS being the largest at 22%. To me, banks are the long-term dividend growth machines and they should do well as I feel that more monies overseas will continue flowing into Singapore. For my growth stocks, I'm essentially invested in tech stocks. For the Max 7, I'm invested in Tesla, Nvidia, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, with Tesla being the largest at 31%, Nvidia at 9%, Google at 10%, Amazon at 6%, while Microsoft at 5%. I sold off all my Apple stocks because out of the Max 7, technologically wise, they have not been improving a lot. I'm still waiting for a good entry point to enter into Meta, but I have been actively adding into Google and Amazon as I feel that their share price are slightly more attractive. The remaining small percentage of my portfolio is Alibaba, ServiceNow, Oracle, and Bitcoin. I'm looking for more opportunity to invest into Oracle because I feel that they will continue to do fantastic in the upcoming years. With the markets being so hot, I'm trying to accumulate more cash to invest when the opportunity arises. Ever since I went to Japan, I've gotten into the hobby of buying and selling Pokemon trading cards, which has been quite enjoyable. Hopefully in the long term, I can create a bigger business out of it to earn extra income. Currently, I do not include them as my portfolio, but in the long term, if it grows big enough, I guess I might. The current percentage that I give is just an estimate on how much I might have spent. So this is my portfolio, and I will do more coverage on the companies that I've invested in as well. I hope you like this format of the video where I do less editing but more information that I can give. Appreciate your support by hitting the like, subscribe, and comment on your thoughts of this video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.